In this video, I want to share my thoughts on what is happening with the crypto markets and why you should be looking at where the money is going rather than listening to the headlines on the media and the fear and the uncertainty and the doubts. What's up guys, Dirk here from IntelligentCryptocurrency.com. If you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button down below, click that notification bell after you are done, and then make sure to get on my email list too. It's the first link in the description below. That way I can send you an email every single time I upload a video so that you just don't miss another update. Alright, so quick look at the markets. You can see over here we are currently trading at just over $40,000, which is obviously a lot nicer than seeing it at 30,000 or slightly below 30,000 where we were just over a week ago. So you can see over here we were just under that 30,000. So we've seen this $30,000 level roughly be a support over the whole year pretty much, even before the run up to 60K. You can see over there and here 3 times and then a big run up. Now, in the video on the first of the month, I always do the monthly chart update. So in there, we'll be going into more detail about what I think lies ahead for the next few months and looking at the monthly candle. So I don't want this to be too TA focused. But right now, the question is that a lot of people are wondering about. We had this really steep rally. And the question is this just a short squeeze that is going to come back down again? So basically, everyone who was short here, big pump to get liquidated, and then it goes back down again. That is a possibility, but could this also be the resumption of the trend? And we'll go into that detail in the video on the first of the month, so make sure you are subscribed so you do get those updates. But what I see right now is we are at 40K. The 200-day moving average I think is an important one to watch, which is currently just under $45,000. So I think there is still potential, if this is a short squeeze and maybe a bull trap, that we do break above this line. You can see here three circle times that this 41,000-ish level has been resistance, right? But there is a possibility we break through it, make people think that it is the continuation of the bull run. But if we get rejected at 45,000 at this 200-day moving average, well then it could come back down again. It might have been a bull trap, and then we'll see how far it goes, if it's a pullback or if it goes back down or not, or if it breaks through the 200-day moving average, and it could actually be a resumption of the bull trend. All of that I will cover in the video on the 1st of August, so in a couple days. Again, make sure you are subscribed to the channel, get on my email list, first link in the description below, to make sure you get that update. Now, what I want to share with you in this video specifically is the concept of watching where the money is going rather than looking purely at the chart and rather than purely looking at the headlines and the sentiment. So there's always a lot of manipulation and a lot of speculation in the media, okay? Anything but social media, but especially in the mainstream media, you know, a lot of the stuff is basically not truthful. It's designed to get clicks, to scare people, to manipulate the masses into thinking one way or another. And if you only look at the surface level of the news headlines, it can be very misleading, and it can give you the wrong idea that, hey, maybe Bitcoin is finished, the bull market is finished, we're going into a bear market, and so on and so forth. There's a lot of fear in the media, right? Usually what happens is when there's the most fear, the reversal takes place. We saw that around the $30,000 level. We had this big short squeeze. But in the meantime, over these past few weeks, we have still seen enormous money flow into the crypto space. And that is, in my opinion, what you should be paying attention to. So ProFunds, a $60 billion asset under management, has launched the first Bitcoin strategy mutual fund. This is the first publicly available Bitcoin mutual fund in the US, right? Look at where the money is going, okay? Next one. Genesis Digital Assets announces a $125 million raise to expand industrial scale Bitcoin mining operations. $125 million to expand mining operations. If crypto didn't have a future, if Bitcoin didn't have a future, do you really think people would be investing $125 million into a mining operation which is there for the future of Bitcoin, to expand Bitcoin? If people didn't think that Bitcoin was going to get a lot bigger, would they invest this? No, they wouldn't, right? This is real money. This is what you should be watching. Okay, you can see over here, Bitcoin rewards provider Lolly raises $10 million in Series A funding. Then we have a $7 billion investment firm, Horizon Kinetics, reveals that Bitcoin now represents 10% of one of its top performing equity funds. People should have exposure to the asset. asset class. So you can see, again, billionaires, funds, some of the smartest people in the world with the most amount of money and influence are starting to talk about Bitcoin, saying it is a must-have. You should have it in your portfolio. Paul Tudor Jones also said he wants 5% of his portfolio in Bitcoin. So more and more people, very wealthy, successful, and influential people, are starting to say this. Over here, blockchain transaction platform Bioconomy has raised $9 million. So again, more and more money. It's just a non-stop money raising going into the space. Even when the markets are down and they've sold off in the last weeks, the money pouring in is continuing to happen. We even have Amazon and Apple that are both hiring crypto and blockchain experience jobs. So there's no official announcement just yet that they're going to be accepting crypto or offering crypto. That's just rumors and speculation at this point. But what is confirmed is that they are looking to hire for blockchain and crypto experience jobs. So there is something happening there, okay? And that is very, very positive. That just means it's more than likely in the future that at some point both Apple and Amazon are going to announce something related to crypto. How long that's going to take, I have no idea, but it is in the pipeline. Then we have Goldman Sachs that has applied for a DeFi ETF. The filing joins over a dozen crypto ETF applications sitting before the SEC. Goldman Sachs, one of the largest banks in the world, applying for a DeFi ETF. Okay, then we have over here a US pension fund that has taken exposure to crypto. So it's a New Jersey pension fund, $7 million in Riot and Mara stocks in Q2. So they're not buying Bitcoin directly, but it is the first baby step, like Guy says over here. First little bit of exposure to the crypto industry. Then we have Bitcoin. JP Morgan opens crypto trading to all clients. Remember Jamie Dimon, CEO of JP Morgan, when he said Bitcoin was a fraud and it's a scam and this and that a couple years ago? And now JP Morgan is opening crypto trading to all clients. That's why I'm saying, look at where the money is going, right? Look at what people are betting with their money, okay? What they say on the media, especially on the media, is completely irrelevant because they change their tune weeks, months, years later. And then if you had listened to them in the beginning and you stuck with that and you didn't change when they changed, they're building while they're telling you to not buy in, while they're telling you there's no interest. They are fully interested. And then when they are ready, you can see the tide turn and the tune changes completely. You can see over here, Siam Commercial Bank says its $110 million DeFi investment fund is geared towards leveraging the benefits of decentralized finance. Banks, one after the other, huge banks. Siam Commercial Bank is the biggest bank in Thailand, I believe. Huge banks getting involved, investing hundreds of millions of dollars, okay? This shows you where the money is going, and where the money is going, that shows you where the future is going to be. In the short term, who knows? Maybe crypto still has a sell-off, maybe it goes down in the short term. But in the long term, you can see where all this money is going, and it's not just the money, it's the influence behind it too, okay? These people, these banks, these corporations, these billionaires, these funds, they have enormous influence and resources that, in my opinion, they're going to put behind their investment to make sure that they have the highest possible chance of getting a return on their investment. These people don't do this for fun, okay? They do this to make money. So when they're investing money like this on such a scale, they expect to make a return, right? And to make a return, the crypto space has to get bigger, and there have to be more users that come into the crypto space. And when the crypto space gets bigger and more users come in, it is highly likely that the prices of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies are going to go a lot higher than where they are today. So continuing this, Magic Labs has raised $27 million in a round led by North Zone VC to make decentralized logins a reality. $27 million. You can see here, Bank of New York Mellon, one of the world's largest banks, has joined a consortium of 6 banks behind the launch of crypto trading platform Pure Digital just months after State Street became the first to announce support for the exchange. Bank after bank after bank is getting involved in crypto trading. This should tell you what is going to be there for the future of crypto and digital assets. Recently, not too long ago, Elon Musk actually confirmed that both Tesla and SpaceX hold Bitcoin, and himself personally. Right? So this is something we didn't even know. We knew about Tesla, okay? But we didn't know about SpaceX. That is very interesting to see. So Tesla and SpaceX hold Bitcoin. The Rothschild Investment Corp tripled its Bitcoin positions this July, adding over 100,000 Grayscale shares. So you can see how much money is going in by the big players, what is being focused on, and this should tell you that what is going to happen? Like I've said a few times in this video already, basically the smart money is pouring in, the infrastructure is being built, the biggest influential, most powerful people in the world are starting to get involved with crypto. So what does that tell you about the future of crypto? In the short term, who knows, right? Maybe it's still going to sell off. Maybe it goes back down to 30K. Maybe it sells off to 20K. Who knows? But in the long term, it's highly likely, in my opinion, this is going to get much, much bigger, which means the prices are going to go much, much higher, most probably, which means that there is a huge opportunity there. And don't let them mislead you with the FUD, right? With the headlines saying, and the regulation trying to scare you, and this and that, and it's going to zero and all this kind of stuff. Obviously, that stuff is going to come out in the headlines. And then, just like you saw with Jamie Dimon, with JP Morgan, calling it a scam and a fraud and all this stuff. And now they're going to start offering crypto services to all their clients, right? So that is how the game is played. Here's a perfect nice example of how this FUD actually works. The Jamie Dimon example is also really good, but look at this on CNBC, okay? This was published on the 8th of April. China's Bitcoin mining is threatening its climate change target, study says. And then, look at this, on CNBC, just 2 months later, July 20th, Bitcoin mining isn't nearly as bad for the environment as it used to be, new data shows. So they can say whatever they want, they just change their tune. And first it was all fearful, and then it's all positive. And then if you believe the fearful stuff and you actually get shaken out, or you sell your holdings and then it goes all the way up again, you're probably going to feel pretty bad about that if you fall for this FUD and these news headlines. So while this is all happening, the money is pouring in, as you're seeing, okay, non-stop, continuously. But there's also things happening behind the scenes, big plays being made, regulation-wise too. We've seen this announcement come out. First it was FTX Exchange who reduced their leverage to 20x. Now Binance is coming out and saying basically they're going to reduce their leverage from 100x to 20x. This is basically, I think, just a big regulation thing where basically they have to comply or they're not going to be allowed to operate their exchange. 100x leverage, stuff like that. Basically, a lot of people are gambling with this and just losing money because of the liquidation. So, in my opinion, this is actually a good thing long-term for the space. It is not responsible, in my opinion, to have people do 100x. Even 20x is already a very high leverage. So I think this is a good move, but you can see the regulation behind the scenes that is starting to happen. Exchanges are starting to get regulated. They're going to have to comply with whatever is being said and the rules that are being laid down, or they're probably going to not be able to operate in those jurisdictions. So you can see even here on CNBC, Binance CEO says he's willing to step down as the world's biggest crypto exchange, welcomes regulation. So I think it's probably their only play if they want to stay around, but I think it's a good thing if they play by the rules. Even if they get a different CEO, if they get regulated, sure, it means some of the things are probably going to change. But I think this is a good thing in the long term because it's just going to facilitate crypto for people in a more regulated way. And while that's maybe going to discourage the people who don't like this kind of thing, I think it's going to attract a lot more people who feel more safe and more confident that it is regulated and that it is following the rules and that it's more likely to be safe for the average user. So guys, I still believe we are still in a mid-cycle sell-off. I still think the bull run is on. The next few months might be a little bit turbulent. I think in Q4, so like October, November, I think we're going to start going higher. There's also a possibility this bull run continues maybe into Q1 or Q2 of 2022 if the lengthening cycles are in play. But I'm still very positive on the crypto space and this crypto bull run. So on the first, in a couple days, I think in like 3 days from now, I will make the monthly video update, share my thoughts on where the market is going price-wise, looking at the monthly candle and things like that. So make sure you are subscribed to the channel, click the subscribe button, click the notification bell, get on my email list because I'll also send you an email when I do upload that video. And in that one, we're going to look at what I think is going to happen for the price. So guys, putting all this together, you can see where the money is going. Stay focused on where the money is going, not what the headlines are saying about the fear and the FUD and the uncertainty and the doubt. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.